It is soccer night in Madison, Wisconsin. Forward Madison back in action at home as they will be hosting FC Tucson tonight at Stevens Field in this USL League One Week 12 matchup here on ESPN+. Happy you are along here with us. Forward Madison looking to get out of the cellar of USL League One, while FC Tucson will look to hold on to their playoff spot. They come into tonight in 4th place. Now let's take a look at some players to watch. We'll start with Christian Diaz. Now he will be the left back tonight for Forward Madison, and he is an integral player. He may not show up on the stat sheet as much as some other players, but he is one of the most important players for how Forward Madison wants to play. They love to get up and down the flanks and get balls into the box, and the fullback is so important for Forward Madison in this system. There he is going right through the midfield of Tormenta. He's a very experienced player, Christian Diaz is, and he will look to get the ball at the feet of the goal scorers for Forward Madison. They've had trouble scoring goals. They are second to last in the league. But if those fullbacks can get the balls into the box like Diaz has so far this season, it could be a big night for Forward Madison. On the other side, Jamel Cox, he is the goal scorer for FC Tucson. 2 goals so far this season, including one on Wednesday against Orlando City B. Here was his first goal against Toronto FC2 earlier in the season, but he is a very experienced player and somebody that Darren Sawatsky calls very important for the younger players on this team to be able to bounce questions off of them and to just be that experienced veteran in the locker room. Here is his goal against Orlando City B in the midweek, and he will look to do the same here tonight in Madison as he will try to get FC Tucson a second straight win and a second straight road win as well. So will it be Forward Madison to get their first win since May 4th, or will FC Tucson spoil the party at Stevens Field? It's all coming up next right here on ESPN+. Back here at Stevens Field, Forward Madison and FC Tucson taking the field on a nice night in Madison, Wisconsin. Let's get to the starting lineups now for Forward Madison FC, the home side. Madison wearing their home blue here tonight. Good night for some soccer, and here is Daryl Shore's 11, another switch in goal. Brian Silvestre will get the start ahead of Ryan Coulter, who's on the bench tonight. Aside from that, a pretty similar lineup. Carter Manley is back in the 11 after being away, back up with Minnesota United. He is in at right back. Also, Jeff Michaud will be missing tonight's match due to some family events. And we will get to FC Tucson's lineup here. A new goalkeeper, Carlos Marancio, taking over for Philip Ejimadu, who was on the bench for LAFC in the midweek in the U.S. Open Cup. Aside from that, a pretty similar lineup to what we have seen so far this season. Jamel Cox will be on the left, but Devin Jamga will be coming off the bench tonight, along with Zach Wright, two of the more prolific attackers for this FC Tucson side, and head coach Darren Sawatsky. So Madison is trying to turn things around, and this was Connor Tobin after their last home match, a loss, a 1-0 loss to Lansing Ignite FC on June 1st, saying changes will be made, starting with Turbo talking about himself as every person in the locker room has to give more. Players owe it to you fans. They love the fans. It is such a good relationship between the flock and between the players, and they're trying to get things back on track. And here is the ceremonial first kick on Tribute to Woman in Soccer Night. That is Lindsay Tarpley, who has made 125 caps, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, and a Madison native. She is honored here tonight on Tribute to Woman in Soccer Night, a former U.S. Women's National Team player. Here are the standings heading into tonight. There is forward Madison at the bottom. They will remain bottom no matter what happens tonight. But FC Tucson looking to hang on. And we are underway from Madison, forward Madison and FC Tucson. So here we go, forward Madison. We'll get things going here. And in talking with Coach Daryl Shore this week on the Orlando City B match, a match in which he did not coach in, he was in the stands due to a suspension. He said they did what they wanted to do in the first 25 minutes, just unable to put a ball in the back of the net. Here's Brandon Beeman going down the right flank early on in this match. It's headed on, and there's the goal! Paolo Jr. nearly 45 seconds in, and Madison scores the fastest goal in USL League One history. How about that for a start for the Mingos? Could barely catch your breath here in Madison before Paolo Jr. heads the ball past Marancio. Here's another look at it. The assist goes to Beeman, and the goal to Paolo Jr., his second goal in league play. What a moment for forward Madison, scoring the first goal inside of a minute. So that changes the entire complexion of this game. Madison has won 2 games this season. They have scored the first goal just once so far this season. And they have won that match that came against Toronto, but an excited group of forward Madison Mingos here early on, as they already have a goal, and now it is up to Tucson to answer back as the flag goes up there on the far side. But if you're Daryl Shore and if you're forward Madison, obviously that's about as good of a start as you can get. The fastest goal in USL League One history, and there it is, Paolo Jr., his second goal of the season in the first minute. How about that? On the other side, though, for FC Tucson, both these teams' last matches were against Orlando City B. They were 2-1 results, but FC Tucson was on the right side of a 2-1 result last time out. Here's Jamel Cox on the ball. As it goes out, we'll go back to forward Madison. There's Eric Leonard as well, was in there, number 3. He will play that defensive midfield role tonight for Daryl Shore and forward Madison, with Russell and Tobin there behind as they're putting some pressure on. Jones goes down. And here's Diaz now as they try to play out of the back. Brandon Eaton now on the ball. J.C. Banks tries to relieve the pressure. Talking with Coach Darren Sawatsky, said the first half was very good. The second half, they were under a little bit too much pressure, but obviously happy in getting that 2-1 win. They scored both of their goals just before halftime. It changed the complexion of that game. They ended up giving up a penalty kick goal later on in the second half, but they were able to hold out and get a 2-1 road win. A big collision there as Eaton is down on the pitch. The play will continue here on the far side. Stripling now in the midfield. The flock end in full voice, as you will hear them all night long behind the goal right now that Tucson is attacking. A really nice setting for soccer at Breese Stevens Field in Madison. The apartments overlooking this very old stadium that has been renovated to get ready for this inaugural USL League One season and Forward Madison's first ever season. You saw the tweet from Connor Tobin that we showed you in the pregame, and they're trying to change some things, but they're also trying to kind of stay to their identity. They don't want to veer off of what they've been doing a little too much, but they do know things need to change in order to get back on the right track. Tonight, though, Daryl Shore says they want to step up and play a little bit higher up the pitch. As Jones was battling with Tobin, that'll be a good matchup. And put some pressure on FC Tucson after a short week for them. It's a cross into the box. Cleared away. And it's Paolo Jr. on it now. So there might be some tired legs for FC Tucson, but Darren Sawatsky says his team is fully healthy and ready to go here tonight. But Forward Madison has to feel good about themselves. They have not played a midweek match for the first time in nearly a month. 4-match USL League One losing streak for them, and it has been a struggle as of late. Obviously losing to Orlando City B, the last home match as well against Lansing Ignite FC. Forward Madison here will get a free kick. Paolo Jr. trying to put some pressure on this back line, as Tucson will look to play out. This is the first matchup between these two sides. Forward Madison coming in with 8 points, FC Tucson with 15. Forward Madison, a team though that was projected to be up towards the top of the standings at the beginning of the season. It just has not gone to script so far. They will look to get back on the winning track, and that first-minute goal by Paolo Jr., about as good a start as you can get. The FC Tucson point of view, even though they are playing a new team, they're not really focusing on what the opponent wants to do or kind of who they are, but rather they just want to focus on themselves. Coach Darren Sawatsky has been trying to implement kind of how Phoenix Rising plays. As now is Forward Madison has an opportunity in the box again. Paolo Jr. already a goal tonight. Now Brandon Eaton not afraid to let one rip, and he misses wide right. Darren Sawatsky said the shift in style has been less about what other teams do and more about what we do. They're trying to mirror what Phoenix Rising is doing. They've done that pretty well, according to Sawatsky. And they will look to continue to do that as well, as Phoenix Rising is in action tonight. Some of the regulars, or at least some players who have been with Tucson this year, not with the club here on the road tonight. And this is in the stretch of 9 of 10 games on the road for FC Tucson. They'll return home on July 3rd to face Toronto FC2, but scheduling gods, I guess, have put them on the road here during the summer, getting out of that heat. Here's Delgado on the near side. The cross is skied into the flock end. For spending part of your Saturday with us. Stevens Field, always a great setting for a USL League One match. Silvestre will get things set here for a goal kick. Now it's Delgado here on the near side, looking to spark an attack for FC Tucson. They find themselves down a goal early. Here's a shot, and it's grabbed there by Silvestre. Tobin helps him out there as well, but no trouble for the very experienced goalkeeper in Brian Silvestre. Here's Russell, one of the two center backs here tonight for forward Madison. Christian Diaz, he featured in the open. Here's Paolo Jr. and Beeman. JC Banks gets it wide now. Here's Carter Manley, who's on the bench. Minnesota United's U.S. Open Cup match during the midweek. Mason Toy also on the bench tonight for forward Madison. A chance now for Tucson to break. Delgado on the overlap. Cross into the box, and it's headed away. Good intervention there by Sean Russell. Delgado now. Back into the box, and Russell is there again. Now a chance to play it around the back. The two center backs on the other side for Tucson. Lamar Batista and Kyle Venter. Venter scored the second goal for Tucson on Wednesday at Orlando. Here's Cox. Jamel Cox trying to get by Carter Manley here. His cross is deflected into the stands, and it will be a throw-in on the far side. Jose Torron. And the Spaniards' throw-in goes out for a goal kick. Silvestre gets play started again.
Yeah, sorry, Josh. We've lost sound and picture, so we're just going to sit on this slate. I can't tell if sight's back or not. Well, they're in and out. We've lost picture, guys. We've got nothing. So we're in technical difficulty slate. This is some rough sauce. Unfortunately, I think I'm talking to both my talent and my cameras. Yeah, and I'm supposed to only be talking to cameras. Let me turn this off.
Apologies for the technical difficulties. We're back here with you in Madison. 13 minutes gone, and already a goal to forward Madison by way of Paolo Jr., a header from Brian Beeman. That got them going about 45 seconds into the match. A dream start for the Mingos, who are looking to get back on the winning track. The first time in league play since May 4th, another home match against Toronto FC2. Tucson will now try to play out of the back. Here's Venter. And Cox. Delgado will keep it in, play it all the way back to Marancio. Bergen now. Long ball over the top, looking for Jordan Jones. Sean Russell there to it. A good battle between those two. Here's Eti Tavares, the shot is blocked. Brandon Eaton now will try to play out of it, couldn't quite do it. And Bergen gets it back. Allo Jr. wins it back from Hosworth, and then Hosworth commits the foul. Allo Jr., the goal scorer. Brandon Eaton, a switch of the field looking for Carter Manley. Manley was not making that run. A look at the Spaniard, Jose Torron, making his 8th start, a goal and an assist for him this year. Had that great headed goal a few weeks back against Orlando City B in that 2-2 draw at home. There's Connor Tobin, some pressure being applied. Now Jones comes away with it. They get it wide, Jamel Cox all the way to the far side. Delgado, the headed back across, and it's deflected away and cleared. I think so. Darren Sawatsky might want him to just take that on one time. He decided to lay it off for his teammate, couldn't quite get it to him. And now FC Tucson will look to build another attack. Cox tried to play it down the left flank. Instead, Don Smart comes away with it. Now it's Juan back. Looking for Delgado again, headed back for Jones. Stripling comes away with it. And Manley will clear. So since the goal, it's been a lot of one-way traffic for FC Tucson on the attack. FC Tucson coming forward once again for Stripling. Top of the box, shot deflected away by Diaz. Now it's wide, Eti Tavares. Cross in, couldn't get by Manley. Tavares again. Try to get it to the other side, couldn't quite do so. Maybe a counterattack coming. As Smart tries to spring free Beement, and it's cleared away. Experienced Kyle Venter gets to it. And a throw in now on the far side for Don Smart. Looks like he'll lay it off for his teammate Carter Manley. Tucson does not have a win this year when conceding first. 0-2-1. The first corner kick of the match coming for forward Madison. There on the far side, Don Smart will walk over to take this kick. See who the target in the box is. This time around for forward Madison. It will be an outswinger coming from Don Smart. Towards the middle. Leonard trying an acrobatic shot, couldn't quite get it. And now here's a counterattack coming for FC Tucson. Delgado trying to find Bergen, and Diaz able to clear it back downfield. The work rate of Christian Diaz does not go unnoticed. A little spin move by Eaton, and he could not complete the pass as Don Smart had already started upfield. You can see the talent level with this Madison team. It's just been about putting it all together. Really just putting the ball in the back of the net. come into tonight scoring the second least amount of goals in USL League One. Take a look at this corner kick. Leonard got to it first. Half chance there. JC Banks now for Diaz. Beeman gets it wide for Paolo Jr., who cuts infield onto his right foot. Now it's back for Beeman. Low cross is cut out by Venter. They want an offside flag. It's not going to come. So a throw in now on the near side for forward Madison. We've already seen Brandon Beeman, who's getting his first home start and second league start of the season. An integral part of this attack here tonight, starting up top. It looks like it will be a corner kick as Don Smart puts it down, an in-swinger towards the far post. Russell trying to track it down. He couldn't quite do so. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Carlos Merencio will put the ball back in play with a goal kick, making his second start. Philip Ejimadu has made every league start this season for them, but he was not on this trip due to him being on the bench for LAFC in their midweek win over Real Salt Lake in the US Open Cup. It's played forward now for Brandon Eaton, swarmed by white jerseys. Triple teamed, he somehow gets out of it. Beeman now, switching the field. Paolo Jr. takes it on, he hits the post. What an effort from Paolo Jr. looking for his second. And the crowd applauds as Madison putting the pressure on FC Tucson here within the first 20 minutes. And that pressure was shown right off the bat as well with that first minute strike by Paolo Jr. Merencio gets it going again. Christian Diaz gets it forward now. There's Brandon Eaton on it. Dispossessed. There will be a throw in upcoming. Like the ball hit the top of the press box there. Quick throw in now. Looking for Don Smart. It's headed away, and it will be another corner for forward Madison. So the first minute belonged to forward Madison. The next few minutes then belonged to FC Tucson, but forward Madison now on the front foot here in the past few minutes, looking for that brace, that second goal here tonight. Play it to the top of the box, looking for Brandon Eaton. It's cut out by Jones. Referee Karen Apt go to her pocket. Looks like she will, and that is the first caution of the night as Jones goes down. He challenged for that 50-50.
A yellow card has been issued to forward Madison FC number 6, Brandon Eaton, in the 23rd minute.
Carrying a yellow card here. Take a look at this corner again. He tried to control it. Instead, he just took a big whack out of Jones's leg. Eaton, not the biggest guy, just 5'8". That ball bouncing up on this turf. A little bit taller than he was, couldn't quite control it, and thus picks up the yellow card. First one issued of the night. There's Vergen on it. Product of the University of New Mexico, Real Salt Lake Academy as well. Darren Sawatsky is always preaching player development and trying to prepare players for the next level, wherever that may be, whether it be with Phoenix Rising or another pro opportunity. It's played down the near side. Delgado now into the box. It's headed away by Russell. It's cleared as far as Hosworth. Hosworth has it deflected out for a throw-in. Beeman's able to hold it up for the moment. It's won back by Kyle Venter. It's a pretty interesting center back duo for FC Tucson tonight. It's Lamar Batista and Kyle Venter. Venter has been around various clubs in the past few years. Last club was Penn FC, but Lamar Batista, he's on loan from LAFC. He's played for Timbers too, but more of a young product compared to the experienced Venter. Batista, one of 2 LAFC loanees on this squad, or who has played so far this season for FC Tucson. Philip Ejimadu in goal being the other. Sawatsky always quick to point out his good relationship with Bob Bradley. And they have 2 defensive staples now in this FC Tucson side, in Batista and Ejimadu. To go along with many of these other Phoenix Rising products, along with players like Jamel Cox, who are just trying maybe one last chance at making it to a higher level, and that's where they are here in USL League One. Jamel Cox started out with the Sounders U23 team, played with the likes of DeAndre Yedlin for the U23s and Darren Sawatsky. Now here's Eti Tavares. He tries to build an attack and get it by Diaz. Another cross in. Tobin's able to clear it away, only as far as Cox. He'll get by Leonard. There's a shot wide. And we'll go out for a goal kick. He'll take this quickly, not letting FC Tucson set up that press. And here's that shot. He got Leonard up in the air and turned around, then he gave him a window to take a shot on. Sliced it just wide. Paolo Jr. wanted a foul there. Was not happening. Now here's Cox. It's won back by Paolo Jr., who tracks back in defense. It's forward now for Christian Diaz. His average position against Orlando City B was right at the midfield stripe, and that shows you how much he likes to get up into the attack. Experienced players, played in League MX, down in Mexico. Now here's Don Smart. JC Banks never afraid to let it rip from deep. Didn't quite get all of that one. It looks like a player is down here on the near side for FC Tucson. What transpired. Was in that challenge. Brandon Beeman. That was Colin Stripling going down. 4-year starter at Monmouth. Scored 15 goals and 9 assists. The Scotch Plains, New Jersey native. He's still down on the pitch as the trainer will now come out and attend to him. And a water break for everybody else. Looking at that right leg of Stripling. He's now helped to his feet. Coach Darren Sawatsky said the team was fairly healthy coming into tonight. Said it'd be no problem in getting his team ready for a short week on the road. And went straight from Orlando to Madison. He's struggling as he walks off, still grimacing. We'll see if this sparks a substitution from Darren Sawatsky or if Stripling is able to continue. He's making his third start on the season. As we get play back underway. Nearly a half hour gone from Breese-Stevens Field here in Madison. Forward Madison up in front of FC Tucson here as we play. That first minute goal by Paolo Jr. Fans may not even been in their seats yet, but they got the scoring going early. There's Stripling, comes back on. Now here's Cox going all the way through this midfield and now back line of forward Madison. The cross is deflected out. It'll be the first corner kick of the night coming for FC Tucson. There are some big bodies in that box for FC Tucson they can aim at. Be Jose Taron to take it. An outswinger now with his left foot. Batista, Jones, Venter all in there. Looking for Jones, couldn't quite get it to him. Vergen misses on the follow-up. It's sent back in. Headers won by Tobin and then Leonard. Even now for Eaton. As Venter goes down, a foul on Brandon Eaton. He has to be careful now with that yellow card. Nothing too malicious in that attempt, but moving forward. Zeti Tavares now. Middle for Stripling, his first touch since going down. He gets it wide for Hosworth. A high cross towards the back post. Tavares first to it. Now Paolo Jr. looking for Beeman. He finds Eaton in the midfield. A little bit behind Diaz. He's still able to go on the end of it. Now J.C. Banks. They'll play it around the back. And here's J.C. Banks, Wisconsin native. Looking for Manley on the far side. He is dispossessed. Eti Tavares comes away with it. Delgado running free down the near side. Instead, it's Cox now. Coming into the box, the shot. An easy save for Brian Silvestre. A lot of experience, MLS experience even for Silvestre with the Philadelphia Union. He has been splitting time this season with Ryan Coulter, who was basically brought on to be the goalkeeper coach, but he's a player coach, Coulter is. Coach Daryl Shore says he likes having those two first-team goalkeepers. They're always pushing each other in practice. Now here's Delgado. Cross sent in. Tavares is there, along with Manley. So we go out for a throw for now forward Madison. And there is a look at Daryl Shore back on the sideline after last week. He watched it from the stands, but he says he gained a good perspective from viewing it from a little bit higher up. Said he wanted to yell a few times, but couldn't quite do so. But Neil Hlvati did a great job. They weren't able to come away with all 3 points, or really any points at all, but good experience for Hlvati in his first season of coaching. now for a throw-in for forward Madison. See what's in this last about 11 plus minutes before halftime. Towards the end line, and there's another goal! J.C. Banks makes it 2 for forward Madison. The celebration ensues as Madison have extended their lead to 2-0 over FC Tucson.
Assisted by number 11, Paolo Jr.
The assist to Paolo Jr., the goal to J.C. Banks. His first goal in a forward Madison jersey in league play. And it comes at another big time. Here's another look at it. Paolo Jr. scored the last goal. This time he assists it. As J.C. Banks beats Marencio. Banks has been so close in the past few weeks. Denied by deflections and posts last week against Tormenta a few weeks back. Was denied by the save of the week by Pablo Jara. But he finally gets his goal here tonight against FC Tucson. It's forward Madison a 2-0 advantage as we play in this first half. Don Smart gets it wide. Paolo Jr. again looking for Beeman. Here's Christian Diaz. The shot is skied. And out for a goal kick, but forward Madison keeping their foot on the gas pedal here in this first half as they're looking for more. Marencio a chance to put things back in play here as Tucson will need to play from behind here tonight, something they haven't really done well this season. Not come away with a win when conceding first. They do have a draw though, that did come a few weeks ago against Orlando City B. Went down 1-0. We're actually taking the lead at 2-1 before Orlando City B was able to then come back, find an equalizer, come out of Tucson with a point. As Diaz will come and take this throw. Daryl Shore, if you're a forward Madison fan, this first half as good as you can get. Sean Russell now. Don Smart and Eaton, who springs Smart free again. It's Diaz here on the near side now. J.C. Banks, the goal scorer. As Leonard takes down Venter there. Doesn't look like Karen Apt. The referee will go to her pocket. Play will continue. Fans, follow forward Madison, the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, the US Open Cup, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Nursing now this 2-0 lead. They're looking for more before halftime. As Banks gets pulled down. restart play, looking for Diaz. Don Smart wins it back for forward Madison. So at the edge of the area, players going down. As Don Smart comes away with it, and he plays it back to Sean Russell. Connor Tobin. Now with Sean Russell. Diaz wins it back. Eaton goes through the legs of Stripling. Nothing comes of it. Connor Tobin on it again. Connor Tobin, the captain of this side. Christian Diaz, the vice captain, is called by Coach Daryl Shore. Here's J.C. Banks into the box. Ball just bouncing around the area now for forward Madison. Daryl Shore said the captains for forward Madison trying to keep this whole team upbeat. It's important to keep that mood and that spirit up. They go through those tough times the past weeks have brought, but so far tonight, it's been all too tough. Have those 2 goals. They're the last team in USL League One still with single-digit points on the season. Here's Delgado down the near side. Cross into the box. Apologies for the technical difficulties. They get it wide. Paolo Jr. making people miss. Into the box again, all the way through the top of the 6. Here's Don Smart. Brandon Eaton now. Towards the end line. The back heel. Cleared away by Batista. This is now the longest that forward Madison has led so far this season. That 3-1 win over Toronto. They did lead for 32 minutes in that one, but so far tonight, forward Madison's been playing from in front, and it's because of that early goal by Paolo Jr. that got this thing going. Batista on the ball. He's on the team of the week in USL League One. On with his teammate Jamel Cox. We'll see what the changes are at halftime though for Coach Darren Sawatsky. Evan Jamga, Kevin Vega, both on the bench. Smart holds play up here. Now Cox comes away with it. Cox outruns Banks. And get it wide. That speed is something Daryl Shore talked about. Having to limit that speed out of the midfield that FC Tucson has. Verging a bit of a heavy touch. Beeman able to come away with it and find Carter Manley. Played down the far side for Beeman. Now for Carter Manley into the area. Couldn't get the shot right. It's deflected away. And another corner coming for forward Madison. But that's the game plan right there. Get it on the wings and run. And hopefully those fullbacks are not too far behind as well. Now both fullbacks for forward Madison with shots so far tonight. Carter Manley and Christian Diaz. Looks like Paolo Jr. on the far side to take this. An outswinger. Towards the near post. Eventually cleared. It's Connor Tobin there, first to it for forward Madison. J.C. Banks now clips it in again. The header on by Leonard is right at Marancio in goal. He's going to get his players back upfield. One more minute until halftime. Looking for the latest USL League One news and content? Follow at USL League One on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for exclusive access and updates. Tavares. Middle now for Tyrone. Back for Tavares. Plenty of blue jerseys now in the area. Tavares tries to weave through, and he couldn't do so. Minutes of stoppage time here at the end of this first 45 minutes. Here's Delgado. Now J.C. Banks on it. Tucson was able to score 2 goals before the half last week.
2 minutes of stoppage time.
See what it is tonight. They can get anything. Boy, a goal would be huge for FC Tucson going into halftime, just to change the complexion of this game a little bit. Possession is in their favor. The scoreline, really the only thing that matters, is not. Christian Diaz now for Leonard. That press being applied by Hosworth and Delgado. Here's Diaz again. Sean Russell plays it back for Silvestre. Let's get it back downfield. First minute of the minimum of 2 has expired. There's Vergen, maybe one more attack left in this first 45 minutes. Now I guess +2 for FC Tucson. Hosworth. Deflected away by Diaz. Plenty of deflections here on this back line for forward Madison, not letting the crosses into the box for FC Tucson. Maybe now one more opportunity for forward Madison. Paolo Jr. Here's Manley. Back for Paolo Jr. Seeing the minimum of 2. Here's Manley. Low cross. And a good save. An intervention by Marancio. And it looks like this will be a goal kick. And most likely the end of this first half. Marancio put this back in play. And that is the end of the first half in Madison. What a fantastic first half for forward Madison. And there's Paolo Jr. scoring the fastest goal in USL League One history. Don't have the official time on it yet, but it's on the 45-second range. So that's the end of the first half. Forward Madison, the 2 goals. There's the header from Paolo Jr. And then it was J.C. Banks, the Wisconsin native, who made it 2. We'll be back with halftime coverage. You're watching USL League One on ESPN+. back here in Madison, Forward Madison FC and FC Tucson here from Breese Stevens Field. Week 12 got off to a hot start on Wednesday. We started north of the border, a little Wednesday matinee, I guess morning match between North Texas Soccer Club and Toronto FC2, and boy, this one did not disappoint. They played an exciting match earlier in the season and followed it up with a match just as exciting. There's Ronaldo Demis scoring the first goal of the match for North Texas Soccer Club, and this was a part of a hat trick for Ronaldo Demis. His first goal came in the 9th minute off of a great long feed to the feet of Dante Seeley. Here was the second goal. We're not sure if it was a cross or a shot. Nonetheless, goes by Silva and into the corner for the second goal of the day for Demis. But he was not done yet. It was school day, and he was schooling this back line in the first half for North Texas Soccer Club. And there was the third one. A hat trick in 30 minutes for Ronaldo Demis, joining his teammate Ricardo Pepi in recording hat tricks so far this season in USL League One. But Toronto FC2, the home side, they were not going to go away. Just before halftime, Tariq Mohammed finds Perusa. A fortunate deflection finds Griffin Dorsey, who scores his first professional goal, and that brought it back to 3-1. That was just before the half there in the 44th minute. They would continue on, Toronto FC2 would. There's Serbal putting it in the left corner, and then it was 3-2. It was game on again. That came in the 73rd. This was late in the match as well. Tariq Mohammed, a bicycle kick attempt, would have been the goal of the season up to this point, wouldn't go. And then late into stoppage time, Toronto FC2 in the dying embers of this one, Franco Ramos Mingo just slides it in the corner, and it is a point apiece for North Texas Soccer Club and Toronto FC2. It can't keep them off the field. They were excited for that one. Then on Wednesday night, we went down to Orlando City B and FC Tucson, and this was a night to remember here for Jamel Cox, as that's a long rip from outside the box. And he just squeaks it by the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. That was the goal to get Tucson going. We featured him in the pregame, and there he was on Wednesday. And then also, just a few moments later, just before the half, almost another bicycle kick attempt, and then the center back, Kyle Venter, puts one past the goalkeeper. Here's another look at it. Ball just kind of bouncing around. Fortunately, it falls to Venter. If you're an FC Tucson fan, they go to celebrate. They're up 2-0 going into the half. But Orlando, they would not go away. Simas driving into the box. He goes down. A penalty is called. A good call there by the official, as Jamga looks like he took him down. And then there was Thiago Souza putting it by the goalkeeper and into the back of the net, although couldn't get the result. Tucson goes on the road. Here is the upcoming schedule for Forward Madison. Another Saturday home game against North Texas Soccer Club. The first time they'll see him in Madison before they go on the road for 3 straight as we get into the month of July. And then Chattanooga at home to close out this next 5-game stretch for Forward Madison. As for FC Tucson, they will be on the road quite a bit. That Lansing Ignite FC game starts a very long road trip for this FC Tucson team. They'll start a 6-game trip where they will be all over the place, and they will have a nice set of home games later on in the season, but for now, they are on the road. So now let's go check out what's been going on around the United Soccer League.
Coming to you from USL headquarters, this is Steal Some Time. Here's the USL's Kelsey Steele.
Let's hop into the West. Out of week 14, the West was interesting this week. I want to start over in San Antonio and talk about this academy impact that's going on right now for Gallegos. If you have not watched that goal, you need to go back into the highlights and watch that, because this is a 17-year-old kid who created that entire play. He made that run. He demanded to get the ball back. Barmy hit him up, and he, made that one touch around the defender, finished it off, and it was gorgeous. A 17-year-old looking like a 25-year-old. And
put the team on his back.
Put the team on his back. How about Phoenix's commitment to Dollar Beer Night?
Undefeated.
If you thought that we were going to go through the show today without mentioning Dollar Beer Night, you are severely mistaken.
Absolutely, and for good reason. I mean, holy cow, not only is Dollar Beer Night absolutely a thing, but the goals on goals, and Adam John, I will stand by this opinion. I will die on this hill. That should have been SportsCenter #1 out of the weekend. 60-yard ball over the top. Not even a touch. He just lofts it over the goalkeeper. I saw that and watched SportsCenter, and I was like, where is it? Okay, it's not number 3, it's not number 2, it's not number 1. I was about to just start tweet storming at SportsCenter on Twitter and just let them know, y'all got that wrong, man.
But elsewhere in USL Championship play, we had a few streaks end this weekend. Talking about over New Mexico and, unfortunately, Tampa Bay Rowdies. Their notable streak comes to an end.
I think if I'm the Rowdies, I have to see this at least as somewhat of a win. So follow me a little bit here.
Okay.
Brown to find Lacroix. Now it's Musa. Oh, what a hit! Ryan Brown. Oh, that is electric from Phoenix on the break. Shot goes wide.
Some news and notes from around USL League One. We're playing in Week 12 right now of the USL League One season, nearing the halfway mark, and we're through another month, which means end of month awards. And North Texas sweeps them. Arturo Rodriguez, the player of the month. Eric Quill is the coach of the month. And Dallas J, he advances, or I guess he helps Guam advance in World Cup qualifying. He was with them in the past week, helping them in World Cup qualifying in goal. And the player of the week, Thiago de Souza, got a goal and an assist for Orlando City B. He is a part of the team of the week. And 3 players from this game you are watching with Cox and Batista for FC Tucson. Jiro Barriga Toyama is in there as well for forward Madison, and 4 Toronto FC players in there as well. Here are the power rankings. You can see them every Monday on USLLeague1.com. And the top 2 staying very similar, North Texas and South Georgia Tormenta. Forward Madison at the bottom, but if they can hold on to this 2-0 win, maybe they could climb up the power rankings and the standings just a little bit. The Gold Cup is underway tonight. Canada is off and running. 3 points for them over Martinique. Noble Okello is playing for Canada, with Biku Bisset playing for Haiti, and Nathan Lewis for Trinidad and Tobago. They will play the United States next Saturday. And the scoreboard. Now 4 games are final in USL League One. The 2 top games on Wednesday, and then the 2 recent games, Greenville and Lansing, a 1-1 draw, and Chattanooga, their first road win of the season, while Tormenta and Orlando City B 0-0 at the half. We'll take one last break. We'll be back for the second half right here on ESPN+. The upcoming schedule here in USL League One, some more midweek action. Lansing Ignite FC and Toronto FC 2 in Lansing, and then 4 more games on the 22nd of June. And now let's take a look at the highlights from this exciting first half from a Forward Madison perspective. And could barely catch our breath before Paolo Jr. headed that ball in the back of the net. The assist from Brandon Beeman. And that got Forward Madison off and running here very, very early on. Paolo Jr. scoring the fastest goal in USL League One history. And of course, the flock end loves it. They've been in full voice all night long, but there were a few chances for FC Tucson. They had the ball in and around the box quite a bit. There was Delgado on this near side, trying to cross some balls into the box and get something going. This was maybe their best opportunity, with Delgado heading it back towards the middle. And Eric Leonard trying for the acrobatic bicycle kick. Jamel Cox has a shot go wide, and it's kind of been the story for FC Tucson. Chances in and around the box, but nothing too great. Not challenging Brian Silvestre in goal all too much. And here was that second goal. JC Banks, he was fighting through that double team from FC Tucson, makes that secondary run and puts the ball in the back of the net. So it's 2-0 to Forward Madison, his first league goal in the season. And we are just about set here for this second half. The teams will switch sides. Forward Madison has a 2-goal advantage, but can they hold on in this second half? You have to feel like FC Tucson has something to say about this scoreline on the road. Every time, though, they've won a match this season, they have followed it up with a loss. So we'll see what is in store here tonight at Breese Stevens Field. Chance here for Forward Madison now into the attack, as Eti Tavares takes down Don Smart, and it will be a free kick upcoming from right outside the area for Forward Madison. So already early on in this first half, apologies there for the technical difficulties. Score still stays at 2-0 here to Forward Madison. We'll see what FC Tucson can do here in this second half. Slow down that right flank. Throw now coming for Forward Madison. Darren Sawatsky says he likes these tough environments. It is great from a player development standpoint. He was expecting a hostile environment, and it's kind of what they've gotten here tonight. This is cleared away. Ball over the top. Can't get it by Batista. The big 6'5" body of Lamar Batista, the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma native. There's Eric Vergen. It's played down the far side now. Cross sent in. midfield there as Cox comes away with it. Tucson's been probing this back line, but nothing as of yet. As that cross is deflected out of play, a throw-in. Eric Leonard has played at center back a few times this season for Forward Madison, but gets a little bit more of an advanced role in that defensive midfield position here tonight. With Jeff Mashad out of the lineup. Here's Don Smart. Couldn't quite find Beeman.
I'm going to take it down.
Jose Torron now. Eti Tavares. Here's Stripling now. Vergen. They're having a tough time going through this midfield for Forward Madison, having to use the flanks quite a bit. Sean Russell tries to win it back. Player goes down. No call. Instead, just out for an FC Tucson throw-in. FC Tucson comes in this match with 15 goals on the season. That's third in USL League One, but now they'll have to defend a little bit. As Paolo Jr. goes down. JC Banks now finds Connor Tobin. He gets it forward for Carter Manley. Manley, cross in. If not for Batista, that was Beeman waiting right there at the top of the six. Gonna tap in goal instead. It's a corner for Madison. Here's another look. Carter Manley couldn't get it by Lamar Batista. Don Smart to take. It'll be an outswinger. Towards the back post. The whistle blew. It looked like that was Leonard who got up to it. He boosted himself up with the help of an FC Tucson player. Karen Apt being very specific on where she wants this ball placed. And now we're back underway. Madison, you have to say, though, has been the better team coming forward. There's 2 goals, and they've had many more chances aside from that. "12 shots to FC Tucson's 5 here tonight. Here's Brandon Eaton. It's wide for Don Smart. The flag stays down. Don Smart cuts it back. Don Smart fires, saved at the near post. The rebound, but Beeman was offside. A great save by Mauricio, keeping his team in this match for at least a little bit longer. Let's take another look at it. Smart got by Torron, and the left-footed strike was saved at the near post as Beeman was well offside. They're challenging Mauricio in just his second start in USL League One so far this season. They've both been this week. It'll be interesting to see when Philip Ejimadu is back with FC Tucson. Tyler Miller being called up to the United States men's national team for the Gold Cup. If he was on the bench for the US Open Cup, Ejimadu, you maybe expect him to stay there until Miller returns, whenever that may be, but Darren Sawatsky likes what they have in Carlos Merancio. They also signed Rafa Guerrero, who's on the bench tonight, a 17-year-old goalkeeper. So still a few options for coach Darren Sawatsky and FC Tucson. Here's Vergen on the near side for Tyrone. Cut out by Manley, and Tyrone goes down after running into big Carter Manley. Comes central now for J.C. Banks. He can start an attack. Will this be saved by Paolo Jr.? It will. Good hustle from the goal scorer tonight. One of 2 goal scorers. Diaz was looking for Leonard. It was cut out. Now Jones comes away with it, and he's tripped up. And I'll have to bring this one back. I always say 2-0, a very dangerous score. We'll see if Tucson has any answer for those 2 Madison goals. 10 minutes expired here in this second half. It's wide for Eti Tavares. The cross was deflected. It goes all the way to the other side. It will be a goal kick. Fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. This allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. Chipped forward by Brian Silvestre. One back by Stripling. Jamel Cox. Taking on a bit more of a deeper role tonight for FC Tucson. Here's Cox. Plays it forward. It's deflected there by Tyrone. And now Beeman, he can maybe try to spark an attack here. Going up against Batista, shoulder to shoulder. A good physical battle between those two. But Batista will win that battle. It will be throw-in for FC Tucson. Showed you in the open, it is Tribute to Woman in Soccer Night. As Madison native Lindsay Tarpley had that first kick. Also giving away Rose Lavelle posters, who went to UW-Madison just down the road. It's the U.S. Women's National Team. Will be in action tomorrow against Chile. Here's Vergen now. It is quite the summer of soccer wherever you may be. Whether it be the Copa America, USL League One, the championship, plenty of soccer for you wherever you want to look for it. Plenty of it right here on ESPN Plus as Christian Diaz goes down. See a little bit more pressure put on by FC Tucson. Try to look for that first goal. Good battle between Stripling and Smart. Connor Tobin able to come away with it. The captain for J.C. Banks. Trying to play it forward there for Don Smart. Carlos Merancio comes out for it. FC Tucson can break here. Delgado. One back now by Madison. Domingos can come forward with Paolo Jr. Paolo Jr. for Don Smart. Plenty of time towards the back post. It was Beeman making that run, but he overshot Beeman. He goes out for a goal kick.
Fans, the winner of the 50-50 raffle is the person holding ticket.
And there is a look at Darren Sawatsky,
119.
coach for FC Tucson.
Head to the ticket office to claim your prize.
Coach for the Sounders Youth Development System and the U23s, along with the Tacoma Stars, made 69 MLS appearances. Now he finds himself in FC Tucson's system as the head coach. To prepare a lot of these players for Phoenix Rising and what they try to do in the USL Championship. Phoenix Rising will be in action tonight against Orange County Soccer Club. Nearly an hour gone here from Breese-Stevens Field in Madison. Glad you are with us. It's Paolo Jr. getting that first goal just about 45 seconds in. It's J.C. Banks with the second goal in the 35th. Here's Banks. Now for Diaz. Banks, the left-footed shot, and he skies it well over the goal. Marencio will put the ball back in play here with a goal kick. Try to get it wide for Don Smart. When they set up in this 4-3-3, it's really smart, and usually Paolo Jr. is those two forward wingers. Obviously, you get Carter Manley and Christian Diaz helping out that attack on the wings as well. And that number 9 man, whoever that may be tonight, being Bryant Beeman, that's the guy who usually holds play up. Tries to keep the ball for forward Madison, but instead this will be a corner kick upcoming for FC Tucson. I think we will get a substitution before FC Tucson can take this.
Forward Madison substitution. Leaving the game, number 2, Carter Manley. Entering the game,
it will be
number
Carter
9,
Manley
Mason
to
Toy.
depart, and it will be Mason Toy to come on, and you can see the sub readying for FC Tucson as well. Eti Tavares will come off, and it will be Zach Wright to come on. It's actually funny, these two subs now coming on in Wright and Toy played against each other in the College Cup in 2017, a match won by Indiana over Wright's North Carolina. Ball is sent in, the header is on, but Silvestre is there to it. It looks like Madison will wait to make the sub for just a moment more, as you can see Manley there in the foreground. Right, definitely an attack-minded substitution. Looks like they're readying another man. The next stoppage in play, it looks like that's Roy Abergil. Will come on at the next opportunity. Don Smart. Stripling goes down again. He went down in the first half. He goes down again as the whistle blows now with more players on the turf. It's Cox.
FC Tucson substitution. Leaving the game, number 8, Eddie Tavares. Entering the game, number 19, Zach Wright.
It looks like Carter Manley now will depart.
Leaving the game is number 2, Carter Manley. Entering the game,
And
number
Mason
9,
Toy
Mason Toy.
will now come on. To Minnesota United products. There's Toy, a forward. We'll see where he plays because how they kind of shift the lineup around, because
leading the game, number 9,
Manley
Guillermo
is
Delgado. Entering the
a
game,
right
number
back,
7,
and
Roy
Toy is
Abergill.
a striker, a number 9, and there's Abergill on and Delgado off. So now 2 subs have been used for FC Tucson as they try to look for those 2 goals. Cox gets it wide now. First touch for Abergill. Beersheba, Israeli native. Here's Paolo Jr. Plenty of room to run. Beament is in front of him. Lays it off for Eaton. He will let it rip, and it's just wide. Eaton, a few weeks ago, he hit the post against Lansing. A very similar opportunity from outside the box. And that one, he took it on well. He had plenty of room. Just couldn't put it on frame. And Silvestre off his line, able to slide in just ahead of Jordan Jones and Sean Russell. And here's Leonard. Don Smart now plays it back for Silvestre. Another throw in now coming for FC Tucson. FC Tucson 0-2-1 when they concede first. Every time they've won a match this season, they have followed up with a loss. That script looking like it will be followed unless they can find 2 goals here in the next 25 minutes. And that's going to be a handball called on Don Smart. He thought the ball was out of play. Instead, it'll be a set piece here on the near side. So now we'll see if FC Tucson can make Don Smart and forward Madison pay for this mistake. It's Jose Torron. Chance to put one in the box, right into the middle. And it's headed away and cleared. Here's Paolo Jr. with Zach Wright tracking back to make the defensive play. Here's a look at that handball. It was not out of play. I think Don Smart was kind of unsure of where he was on the pitch. That line definitely was behind him. Osworth readies a throw now. Osworth, a Woodbury, Minnesota native, not too far from Madison. No Wisconsin natives for FC Tucson. There are a few Midwest players. Jamel Cox. He gets it wide. And the flag waved on the far side. That was Osworth who went down. And another free kick coming for FC Tucson. This one a little bit closer to the box. Eric Verga now running over to at least get the ball. It looks like he'll be the one to take this. FC Tucson likes those outswingers.
For tonight's 50-50 raffle is 228119. If that's your number, head to the Forward Madison ticket office to claim your prize.
So Bergen stands over this one. Two-man wall for Forward Madison. A lot of good set-piece targets for FC Tucson. Let's see if they can utilize it. Into the middle, looking for Abergil. He was there to it. He could not get his header on frame. Connor Tobin was there as well.
Fans, tonight's paid attendance is 4,020. Thanks for coming out to support Forward Madison.
You can hear the attendance
FC.
there with our Nat mics around Bree Stevens Field. Another attendance of over 4,000 fans. Best in the league in attendance is Forward Madison, and they continue it. It's played down the right with Zach Wright. Headed, it's sent in. The rebound is very wide. Cross was sent in very quickly there by Wright. Got by his defender and put one in the box. Didn't trouble Silvestre in goal. Christian Diaz over to take the throw. 20 minutes plus stoppage time left here at Bree Stevens Field. 2 first-half goals for Forward Madison. FC Tucson now playing from behind. It's taken away in the midfield. Beam it now. He's played a fine match tonight for Forward Madison. Just his second start in USL League One play. Scored last week, his first goal in league play. He has an assist here tonight on that first goal by Paulo Jr., who scored his second goal in USL League One play. Tucson's got to get something going here pretty quick. Here's Batista. Plenty of long balls tonight for FC Tucson, trying to bypass this midfield. The back line of Forward Madison has stood strong. They have 1 clean sheet Forward Madison does this season. That is last in USL League One. At least trying to double that total here tonight, make it 2. Shore said his team was not going to change through this losing streak. They're going to keep playing the way that they've been playing. He wanted this team to step up and play a little bit higher tonight early on, and they have. Here's Zach Wright. Ball in the box, a bicycle kick. And here's the rebound, and it's wide. 2 good chances for FC Tucson in and around the box, but they cannot put one on frame.
One last time, fans. The winning number for tonight's 50-50 raffle is
Zach Wright, the substitute. A good ball into the box.
If that's your number, head to the ticket office and
it was
claim
Jordan
your
Jones
prize.
trying for the acrobatic shot. Tyrone took it on. It looked like he knocked a menu off of the concession stand back there, but just a little bit too high. Headed eyes for the top corner. Couldn't quite get it there. Fans, follow Forward Madison, the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, the US Open Cup, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. More US Open Cup action this week. A couple of USL Championship sides have advanced. St. Louis Mexico United. A dramatic penalty kick win for New Mexico United. They took out the Colorado Rapids. It's Jordan Jones and Sean Russell going after it. Jones able to win it back. Here's Zach Wright. Now Jamel Cox sends one in. Nobody is here on the near side. And Don Smart can clear it. Looks like Don Smart has assumed the position of right back. There's Mason Toy. I haven't called his name much. Looks like that was J.C. Banks who went down. He'll take a moment to get back to his feet. Looks like we'll get a few more subs. There are the substitutes. Tucson will make their sub right now.
Leaving the game,
Jose Terron will come off, and Raheem Summersall will come on.
Number 6, Raheem Summersall.
Summersall had a great chance to steal a late winner for FC Tucson last week against the Richmond Kickers at home. And here is the goal as Paolo Jr. will be taken off. Here was his header, the fastest goal in USL League One history. That got Forward Madison off and running early on.
Forward Madison FC sub.
And it will be Jiro Barriga Toyama.
Paolo Jr.
to come on. There is the substitute.
Jiro Barriga Toyama.
So 2 subs have been used now by Forward Madison. All 3 have been used for FC Tucson. And all 3 have been attack-minded substitutions from Darren Sawatsky. So they try to chase this match. A few weeks ago, he said, we don't go for draws, we go for wins in USL League One. That's exactly what they're trying here tonight. He said that also may have cost them a few times this season, like against Richmond. This ball will be played back to Brian Silvestre. 14 minutes plus stoppage time left. And Madison is in control. Headed on by J.C. Banks and out of play. You can hear Madison appealing for that handball. Karen Apt gives it. Connor Tobin, the captain, will come up to take this. Get it wide now for Mason Toy. Mason Toy into the box. There will be a corner upcoming now for Forward Madison. Mason Toy will take this. Be an outswinger now with his right foot. Smart's there if they want to play it short. They don't. Take it towards the near post. Couldn't get it by the first Tucson defender. Play down the wing now for Toy. Toy trying to cut inside. And it will be another corner. FC Tucson doesn't like it, but Madison will take this and they'll be able to take a little bit more time off this clock. They get ever closer to their 3rd win of the season. Don Smart now will come over. Looks like Smart will take this. Similar corner as the last. There's Toy. Gets it in towards the near post. And out for another corner. And there is the flock end. And in full voice all night long, banging those drums. They'll make some noise once again here for this corner. This one, a little bit more into the middle of the box. Don Smart played it in there for Mason Toy. He could not keep his balance. These are some scores now from Week 12 in USL League One. Toronto and North Texas, an exciting start to Week 12, that 3-3 draw. We showed you those highlights at halftime. Tucson getting that midweek win over Orlando City B. Lansing was able to score a goal tonight. The lowest scoring team in USL League One. As they come away with a 1-1 draw. Chattanooga, their first road win. Abergil was tracking back, and it will be another corner for forward Madison. We are still playing in Tormenta as they have a 1-0 advantage over Orlando City B. The match also here on ESPN Plus. It's Week 12 winding down here in USL League One. Don Smart. The whistle blew. Oh, and it hit Jordan Jones, who wasn't looking. There was some sort of issue that Karen Apt is dealing with. There's another look at that errant corner kick that came in after the whistle. Here's Don Smart towards the back post, headed back and out of play. Who's up? Who's down? Where does your club sit? Find out every Monday in the official USL League One Power Rankings, only on USLLeague1.com. It's forward Madison at the bottom of those power rankings coming into this week. It's where they've been the past few weeks. If they can hold on for all 3 points here tonight, you'd expect them to move up a little bit. Oregon goes down. They're only a few points out of a playoff spot. 3 points here tonight go a long way in trying to get back into that playoff picture. Nobody's really out of the playoff picture at this point, but can't go too much longer without starting to accumulate some points. Connor Tobin, we showed you that tweet in the pregame after their home loss against Lansing a few weeks back, saying things would change and we'd get better. Well, they have done that here tonight. As they try to spring free Mason Toy. Morancio, quick off his line, much like his counterpart in Philip Ejimadu. Now for Vergen. It's wide now for Abergil. Trying to get around Don Smart. It's out for a corner kick. Eric Vergen will come over and take this. They elect for an in-swinger. Preference has usually been the out-swinger with these set pieces for Tucson. This time, the in-swinger. Right into the middle and right into Brian Silvestre's hands. And he'll take his time putting this one back into play. 8 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. As Madison tries to lock down all 3 points here tonight. Abergil now. Jones. Here's Zach Wright. cross or a shot, whatever it was, is deflected out of play. As Tucson try to push once again. It will be a free kick upcoming. Looks like that was Summersall who went down. Another chance to put one into the box here for FC Tucson. Haven't been too successful on set pieces here tonight, but they can change all of that right here. Once again, be Eric Vergen to take. Sent in, cleared away as far as Cox. Abergil now. As it deflected, and now Tobin can take his time to push it back upfield. Vergen cleared all the way back to Morancio as Beeman putting some pressure on some of these white jerseys for FC Tucson. That was the game plan for forward Madison, and Daryl Shore put some pressure, play higher up the pitch. It's worked so far. Abergil now. Abergil trying to find a window. He gets it wide. The shot taken on. Great save by Silvestre. And it looks like that took another deflection off of Jones, and it will be a goal kick. A big moment. Karen Apt wants to hustle things along here, but here is a look at that shot by Jones. And that actually hit the post. Silvestre, I'm not sure he touched that. Hit the outside part of the post. So he won't get credit for that save, but the post denies FC Tucson. That might be their closest opportunity scoring a goal here tonight. Along with that volley on the rebound by Jose Torron, but that was a very good opportunity to try to bring one back, but denied by the post. Abergil keeps it in play until Smart knocks it out. Stripling. Batista. Here's Abergil. And it's thumped back downfield. Looks like we'll get one more sub for forward Madison. Zaire Bartley preparing. Looks like it'll be Brian Beeman who will make way. It's been a very effective, 87 minutes up to this point for Brian Beeman at that number 9 spot. Play down the wing. There's no getting by Christian Diaz on that occasion. Whistle blows, and here comes the substitution.
Forward Madison substitution
will make way.
Game number 14.
Brian he'll take his time coming off.
Entering the game number 17.
Zaire Bartley will come on. Tucson has hit the post for the 7th time this season, leading the league in that category. You could look at it two ways, that stat. One, they're putting the ball on frame, or at least right around. The other side, you could say they've been very, very unlucky. Summersall puts the ball back in play. Clip forward. Here's Abergil, a great opportunity, and he sends it high. He was wide open on the left side. Nobody was near him. He's smiling and smirking with Don Smart. He knows That is a missed opportunity to bring one back late in this match. So a few chances here for FC Tucson in the last few moments. Both have gone awry. Silvestre puts it back in play. Madison starting to pack it in a little bit. Seen a lot of blue jerseys behind the ball, trying to preserve this 2-0 advantage. Batista. Flip forward once again, looking for Jones. Here's Abergil. 1 minute away from stoppage time. We're hearing it could be 5 minutes. So still plenty of time for Tucson. First things first, they got to get that first goal. It's wide for Wright. It's cleared out, will be another throw-in. So all three subs have been used by both sides. Stripling. Jamel Cox.
The referee has added 5 minutes of stoppage time.
It is officially 5 minutes of stoppage time. So the ball is deflected as it comes into the area. Lamar Batista. Now Stripling is his shot blocked. Venter now. Finds Somersault. There's Bergen, gets it wide. Abergil. Somersault gets it back. Somersault has his shot blocked. There's Mason Toy. It's clipped forward. Connor Tobin able to cut it out. Now for forward Madison. So 3 points if forward Madison can hold on in these last 4 minutes. Push them up to 11 points. The win by Chattanooga would bring them level on points at 15 with FC Tucson. Obviously tiebreakers in there. As things stand, it will be two teams at 15 points. Forward Madison up to 11. They'll still be at the bottom of the league, but in a much better position than they were coming into today. Flock has been in full voice all night long. They're going out strong. They'll be back here next week for North Texas Soccer Club as they come to Madison for the first time. Already 2 losses for Madison against that side. North Texas will have 10 days off. So they played Wednesday. They will not play this weekend. As Cox comes forward. Brand Eaton will have the interception. There's Venter to win it back. Batista now. Somersault. Looks like that's Jones. It goes down. Excuse me, that was Stripling. Nonetheless, FC Tucson has it. In the box, it's deflected around. Abergil in front of goal. And Don Smart was in there. A huge intervention by Smart. Otherwise, Abergil was one-on-one with Silvestre, and there's still 2 minutes left. But once again, it couldn't happen. Here's a replay. It It was cleared right off of Sean Russell, and Abergil couldn't get it by Smart. The shot was deflected right into the hands of Brian Silvestre. It's wide once again for Tucson. Cox takes it on, has his shot blocked. And it will be a corner. About a minute left. Minimum of 5. Don't think we'll get much more than that 5. There haven't been too many stoppages here in stoppage time. J.C. Banks able to head it away. Throwing now coming. Batista will take it for Vergen. Flipped up in the air. It's headed on, and it's in! The whistle blows. What's it going to be? It looks like the goal is being given. So the goal for Tucson comes in the dying embers as the referee, Karen Apt, will take this and set it at the center circle.
12, Kyle Venter.
So it won't be a clean sheet for Madison tonight, but it's Kyle Venter who scores his second goal in as many games. And maybe there's one more chance in this as Silvestre's side just go right by him into the corner. And then there was a fight for the ball in the goal with Jones and Silvestre. We've reached the minimum of 5. Don't know how much more we'll get. There's the goal scorer, Kyle Venter. They got to go quick. And there's the whistle and all 3 points for forward Madison. They come away with a 2-1 win, 2 first-half goals.
And your forward Madison FC 2.
That's enough to get them over the line here tonight. They're back at home, and they're back in the win column. The 3rd win of the season for forward Madison pushes them up to 11 points. FC Tucson will stay right there at 15 points. And now Madison, they came into today 7 points off of that last playoff spot. They are now 4 points off of that last playoff spot. The Flock can finally celebrate a home win in USL League One play for the first time in over a month.
Hey, Forward fans, stop by the
May
Essen House,
4th
official game
against
day
Toronto
restaurant of Forward
FC2,
Madison
where they
FC
won
for tonight's post-game meal.
3-1.
Meet Forward Madison FC players and coaches.
We'll send it
That's
to one
the
final
Essen
break,
House,
and we'll wrap
located at
things up for
514 East
Madison on
Wilson
the other
Street.
side.
Prost. Gorilla Movers scoring for the community update is 100.
Wrapping things up from Madison, the flock end happy to celebrate with their players after a victory for the first time in over a month, a 2-1 win over FC Tucson. Let's take a look at how we got to that 2-1 scoreline. Some highlights tonight from Breese Stevens Field, an exciting match, and it got off to a very exciting start. Just about 45 seconds in, there it was, Paolo Jr., a header that got Madison going on the cross from Beeman. And 45 seconds in, before you could catch your breath, you could get back to your seats for maybe getting a pre-match drink, they were already on the score sheet. And then it was J.C. Banks about 35 minutes later, putting it in the back of the net. That was the brace and the eventual game winner. And then some more opportunities throughout the match for forward Madison. Here was another good one and a great save by Carlos Marancio at the near post. Some opportunities in and around the area for FC Tucson, but it was tough going for them all night. There was a good opportunity for Brandon Eaton from well outside the area. And then acrobatics, and that was maybe the best opportunity for FC Tucson through most of the match, as Jose Torron couldn't quite keep that one down. And then it was once again the post denying him. Roy Abergil couldn't put it on frame. Abergil again, he was unlucky throughout much of this match, the substitute. But there was the one goal very late in this one. It was Venter who put it past Silvestre and denied Madison the clean sheet, but they still get all 3 points, and the flock end very excited about that. As FC Tucson outpossessed forward Madison 59-41. They both had the same amount of shots, not a whole lot of shots on goal. Just one yellow card, it went to Brandon Eaton. Aside from that, not a whole lot of whistles blown in this match. Pretty clean from both sides as forward Madison able to come away with that 2-1 win. That wraps up Week 12. Here are the standings. Still tied at the top with North Texas Soccer Club and South Georgia Tormenta. Even though North Texas does have that game in hand at the bottom, forward Madison still at the bottom, but they are edging ever closer to a playoff spot. FC Tucson still in there at 4th. So that is going to do it tonight from Breese Stevens Field. An exciting match. The flock was out in support, and they were able to cheer their Mingos onto a 2-1 victory, a much-needed victory, the first one in over a month. So that's going to do it here for this one. For Josh Easter and our entire crew, saying so long from Breese Stevens Field in Madison.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.